All right, we're back. The Real Kyper and Bourne Show, Season 5. Condensed show today, just 1 hour. Nick Kypreos, Justin Bourne, Sammy McKee, fresh off of an assignment in Mexico City. How was that assignment, Sammy?
Fantastic.
Yeah. How are you guys?
We're good. Jennifer Rolnick also on board. Derek Brandeo. We are live on Sportsnet 590 The Fan, Sportsnet 650 in Vancouver, 960 in Calgary. And we always post on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. This hour of Real Kyper and Bourne brought to you by Bet365. All right, we're all cleaned up. We're ready to go.
Just one thing you didn't mention. I'm sure you guys did it when I was gone. Thursday I was gone, but you didn't mention Jaja in your lineup there. But we had Ethan Gabor, who was our, I guess, quote unquote intern for how many weeks? Maybe 3 or 4 weeks.
Yes.
I think he maybe doing some freelance work for Sportsnet now. So did such a good job that he's sticking around, but not with us. But just want to say thanks because he did a great job. He's a great kid, and the lineup is significantly worth.
We did that already.
But I wanted to say it for me. I wasn't here, so is that not allowed or what?
Just text him on your own time.
You're the worst.
Seriously,
you got no emotion.
God.
This guy's the worst.
I'm gonna miss saying Jaja.
I know you are.
I am.
I know
Just
you
say
are.
it whenever you want, pal.
We'll also take text.
Yeah.
Right this hour.
Yeah, we'll take text. I honestly we'll take text throughout the Olympics the whole time because there's not a ton to talk about. So we'll take whatever you want to talk about too.
Oh, there's a ton to talk about right now. Live, Sweden up 1 singular goal in the third period on the great Italian side. Willie Nylander doing his absolute best out there to change that. But
I don't know if we're allowed. I am very confused by Olympic rules, so I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that. I don't know if we're allowed to mention that.
what are you talking
I don't think we're allowed to
about?
mention.
You can talk about
No, it's not allowed.
We just can't
Not
use.
allowed to be mentioned.
We can't use highlights. We can't.
Audio.
We can't use sign language.
Can't do play-by-play.
We can't use. What else can't we use, Sammy?
I don't know.
You're the producer.
I'm just saying that so I don't have to do anything. I'm lying.
I don't know what's going on.
We got underway today, including an upset. Finland losing by a fairly wide margin
Yeah.
to Slovakia.
To
Led-
the best
led
International
by-
Hockey League player of all time, Juraj Slavkovsky.
Yes.
My
Who's
goodness.
way better than Sammy's Matthew Nyes apparently now.
Hey, hold on.
What's that?
How was your trip? Before we get into the
Oh.
hockey, how was your trip?
I had a good
You
trip.
saw Mac.
I did find Mac down in Florida.
Yeah.
I just used him though.
What do you
I gotta be honest
mean?
with you. Well, he got me on this golf course called Billionaire's Bunker.
Sounds cheap.
Yeah. I purposely put one into Bezos's house there.
Bezos' house?
He's got 3 of them.
Oh my!
He's living in one and he's building on 2.
Was a green fee probably like $62 US or so there?
And you're like me, you don't ask those questions
Yeah.
because someone might say, buck up.
Yeah, you just
And
show
I
off. and
don't
say,
wanna
"Where's
do
the
that."
first tee?
So I just played the guest role pretty well.
Nice.
But as I said earlier, I used Mac because Mac had the connection.
You got some sun. You look good. You look
You look
fresh.
good.
Ivanka Trump also full-time car in front of her house. It's an island and it's surrounded by their own police. And yet there's still 24/7 security there. It's
Wow, Kipper.
this
This guy's playing golf at
I'm
the
running through my
president's.
mind. Is what can I say without having to have a political conversation online after this?
Tom Brady.
Wow.
Apparently he likes to do shuttles out on the fairway.
It'd be a shame if that whole island sunk.
And they also have to tell Tom every once in a while to tuck his shirt in.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Really?
I suppose when you literally own the place. Our boy Pontus just about ended a poor Italian fellow there.
Oh, hey, can't do play-by-play. No play-by-play.
What?
I'm joking.
What is happening?
But you can't do play-by-play. I'm being honest.
So, how is now you're into the third period, you're only up a goal against the Italians if you're Sweden and you're thinking you're going to try to win a gold medal?
I still think they win 6-2 and they've got 50 shots so far, so they're probably okay.
Yeah.
It was touch and go for Willie Nylander the other day. Swedish head coach saying, he was a little sore.
Missed practice. Sore from the flight?
Sore from playing the last few games with the Leafs. certainly not sore from
When was the
taking
last time they played?
2 weeks off before that.
They would have played on Wednesday, February. No,
Fifth.
no, no,
No, third.
third. No. Whatever the Tuesday was. They played
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, back to back.
It's the third.
Yeah, the third. So they would have played on that, and
He
then
hasn't
he was.
played in 8 days and his groin was still sore. Awesome.
Yeah,
How is it just not going to be this ongoing issue for him, not only through this tournament,
Yeah.
but when the Leafs resume?
Oh, he's 100% missing 2 weeks when he comes back.
yeah.
Right? He's going to go play 6 competitive hockey games.
And boy, he's competing in this game.
He is. He
He's-
actually greased a guy pretty good too, which you don't see a whole ton.
He was competing when the last few games too. He played
Yeah,
hard.
no, I mean, he
Yeah.
He's playing hard.
Yeah.
I think he's got to constantly feel like he's being watched on it. So he's got to keep his foot on the gas pedal when he's out there.
Oh, so you would think that like he would be worried about the perception of dogging it a little bit for the Leafs to save himself before he went there.
I don't think.
I think we're well beyond that,
Okay.
Sammy.
Okay.
I do. I think that if he or anyone else kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say cruised into this tournament, but if they just went in there a little guarded,
Yeah.
I think it's understandable.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on the whole Olympic vibe? Are you excited about this? You feeling good about Canada's chances? Where are you at?
Have you been watching other stuff other than the hockey?
I watched a little bit of today, Finland
Slovakia.
and Slovakia, and Finland the better team. But I think in a short tournament, Slovakia just proved that you get a hot goalie at the right time. And I don't even like this kid's playing in the American Hockey League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
890 save percentage.
890
there,
save
some-
percentage. So everybody has got the ability to rise up for one game. And
The great Kristers Gudlevskis.
Yeah.
Made his name for Latvia.
Kislevsky,
Yeah.
What about other non-hockey
Ray
stuff?
LeBlanc. Remember that name? I think he was
Ray
like
the White.
Ray.
great.
I think it was 2016 or somewhere around there, where it's like out of nowhere, this guy became like a USA darling.
No, I don't remember.
I
that
played with
name.
him too in junior hockey,
Yeah.
and he was a Kitchener Ranger.
No idea who this is.
I know,
I also
but
don't know who it is,
that's
yeah.
what happens with a tournament like this. You
Yeah,
can get your 15 minutes of fame.
Well, that's what's really cool. And, there was some fella on the Italian side giving it to Adrian Kempe. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is your chance to kind of mix it up with these guys. So there's something really cool about that. And I also think it goes to show how hard scoring goals is. Even if you're among the best in the world, if the other team just plays tight D and has a 6'6" goaltender,
Yeah.
it's hard to shoot it in the net.
So we've gone 8 minutes without talking about Team Canada, so we should probably get into that now.
Gotta tell you, absolutely love the way the first 2 lines are made for Team Canada. Celebrini, McDavid, Tom Wilson. I don't think many people saw Tom Wilson on the top line. I'm going ahead and assuming you like that, Kim.
I do. I think with Celebrini too, you're completely on house money.
Mm-hmm.
If it hits, it is a giant home run, and if it doesn't, it's okay because he's 19.
Right.
So he's got the skill to warrant it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, and you need to kind of tweak a little, pull him back a little bit, then you got options with Hagel and Marner, I guess, right?
The Hagel, McKinnon, Reinhart line is also awesome. Got great speed there, good vision, guys who are aware of defense. Like it's just dominant first 2 lines. The the D, fine, but looking at the American D, you definitely feel like they got a leg up on the back end. But yeah, I'm just excited about the whole thing. I don't know, guys. This feels like I'm glad they're playing Czechia out of the gates. Sam,
Yeah.
we talked a little bit about this before the show started. I'm glad that they're not playing Italy, where the only thing that can happen is people are disappointed in the outcome, really. So yeah,
'Cause they don't hit double digits or what?
right. Like you're going to get a good game with NHL players, but you still feel like they should come out on top if they win 4-2. Everyone's pretty happy.
Yeah,
Get your feet wet.
I think in years past, the Canada has struggled a little bit in the round robins, where they like it takes them a little bit of time to come together. Like I think in 2010 they were talking a little bit on the broadcast today. CC and Mike Johnson were talking about it, which is takes a little getting used to.
Yeah.
Canada needed the qualification round because how the round robin works. Nobody gets eliminated after the first 3 games.
Yeah.
But if you have to play in like the play-in thing to get into the quarterfinals. And in 2010, Canada had to play in that because of their struggles in the qualifying round where they went in a shootout with Switzerland. They lost to the States. Like there was a little bit of not adversity, but just as we're watching now, the Italian goalie who's been standing on his head is now hurt. So, but it's just I think coming out of the gate against a good team is just a little bit of a wake-up call. Like you're not going to be like just kind of cruising into your second or third game.
Let me lay it out for people who don't know format-wise what to expect. So you got 4 teams in 3 groups, right? 12 total teams, 3 groups, 4 teams per group. The top 4 teams out of the round robin move on to the quarterfinals. So you take 4 out of that.
Yeah.
The remaining 8 teams, they all play each other, and the 4 winners also get into the quarterfinals.
They wait.
That's how you move on to the 8 teams there. So you can get a bye into the quarters by winning your group or being the second best of the rest.
So if you look at that back end now, and we know it's led by McCarr, who is your second guy for you, pace of play, that needs to back up
Probably
McCarr?
Theodore.
Over Morrissey?
No, I like Morrissey too. Those are both good options. Do you have concerns that they don't have enough of that?
I do, yeah. Now I do.
Yeah. And what changed that?
Maybe your buddy in the island or Bouchard.
Just watching how good they were.
Just watching how talented they were offensively and able to bring the pucks up and push really hard. And you look at the U.S. blue line, and I think McAvoy's gone to another level for the Boston Bruins, and that's coming off of a broken jaw. But to me, they may have a slight edge. Now, Armstrong built this blue line. I don't know how he compared it to like a car wash where they're just
limbs
all over
and
you.
sticks, buddy. You got to go through all the limbs and sticks if you want to get through to the net.
You're going to win a gold medal with a car wash blue line led by Parayko. That's the game plan,
right? The other side, it's
Sammy?
interesting.
I think I do. Like, I don't want to look at this team and have like a lot of negative thoughts because I do think it's unbelievable. But you look at the last time that Canada played in the Olympics in a best on best, and your top pair was I'm blanking here. It was Shea Weber and Duncan Keith, and then your second pair you had Bouwmeester was there, and you had all these guys that were just really good, fast, puck moving guys. I look at this unit, and Doughty, of course, would have been there. He was great in that tournament. I look at this unit, I'm like, it is a touch underwhelming. It is a touch underwhelming to what we used to be.
Marner, Crosby, Stone is the third line.
Yes,
Marchand,
the forwards are
Horvat,
unbelievable.
Suzuki is the fourth line. Going to be okay.
up front, no issues at all.
That's always been the...
Taves, McCarr, Morrissey, Parayko, Theodore Sanheim is the back end. So the American back end, and I think this is worth discussing too, they're Hughes, McAvoy, Slavin, Faber, Sanderson, Werenski. 3 guys or 2 guys there who are going to be up for the Norris this year in Hughes and Werenski, Faber, McAvoy, Slavin, Sanderson. I think there is
That's pace of play right there.
It's interesting that they're not
all
playing Hughes
phenomenal.
and Faber together.
Right?
We're the Canadian team. Would you be at all concerned about the size
or shut down?
Yeah, being
shut down guys.
Canada's big and fast
and shut down guys.
Yeah, okay, you're protecting a lead. Throw out Sanderson, Faber. Obviously Slavin's their dude.
Yeah,
but Slavin he defends the way that Parayko and Sanheim do, which is the car wash thing.
Yeah.
He's long, he's pokey, that's his thing. So
Taves, Parayko, Sanheim, they're guys that can take care of. That's 6'8", 10-foot radius around Binnington or
no rebounds.
Thompson.
Yeah, I would say the one real concern. I have 2 concerns. One is that they don't play the Americans at all. I just think that's a very real possibility. The way the women's side is laid out, the best 6 teams are grouped together. So you're guaranteed to play them, and they get an auto bye to the quarterfinals, and then the other people play for the final few spots. there's a chance that they never see the American team unless there's a gold medal game.
Do you think
so they couldn't play them anywhere else in the final?
Couldn't in the quarterfinal, could in the semi.
Okay.
So do you think just on the women's side, because Canada played U.S. this early, despite being shut out, despite, having this existing winless streak against them, it can play into their favor?
Yeah, I
think down the road.
I know that they've seen them. I know they play each other quite a bit, and they've been smoked or lost 7 straight times. But I just think for the entertainment value of the event, it helps. I think right now you've got Canada should beat Czechia, and then a couple of games you should win. There's a chance you go up against a good team, and that's your Olympic experience. So, and I'm not just saying that about Canada. The U.S. division's a joke.
Yeah. I think the round robin game that it seems that they've played against the States in a round robin game a lot of times, and that does sort of build the drama even more.
They've lost to the Americans.
Yes,
often.
They lost to the American in 2010. I think they lost 5-3 in that game. It builds it a little bit.
Yeah.
And would the final have been as good if Canada had won that first game? There was just so much riding on that game, losing twice to them and having that happen last year. I don't know. You're right. I think to your point, Kyper, if you're ever going to make the argument that the World Cup aspect would be better, where you're just getting better matchups every time, that would be it. Where it's Canada has 3. Czechia is a real team, and they've had some battles with them over the years, and especially at the junior level recently. But it's not Canada USA or Canada Sweden or Canada Finland even.
No, but I will say it is. Slovakia gets their win today. Italy's given Sweden all they can handle.
53 to 50.
It is cool that this happens too. So for Canada, the only thing you could be is on the wrong side of that, outside of just rolling through everyone. So
what a frustrating game, to put in 60 shots by the end of it, 65 shots.
And the Italian goalie left. They're shooting on the Italian backup goalie. Who would that even be? I don't know. Speaking
of backup goalies, Canada didn't tip their hat on a starter or a backup. Okay, what is the point?
Exactly. I'm glad you said
I get it. Does it add to the mystique? Does it give you
Do they care about
an
mystique?
edge? Does it just mind screw you? What's the deal?
I'll tell you, I liked the idea that they had a closed practice at one point, because you are working on your systems, and if the other team has no idea what you're doing.
No drones?
Yeah, no Bill Belichick. I like that.
No
Canada
drones?
going full Canada soccer here.
No one makes a real game plan for a goaltender. You go, here's their 2 goalies. Here's how they play. If one of them's in, that's what you'll.
But, do you guys have any doubt of who it's going to be? I don't think anybody does.
It's Bennington.
It's obviously just going to be Bennington.
Obviously. Well, first of all,
well, don't say obviously. It shouldn't be. The other guy's the best goalie.
Hold on. I'll get into that. Yeah. But they put him in front of the camera. Yeah. He's playing super coy. He's smiling about it almost and enjoying the mystery. Yeah. It certainly wouldn't be you're enjoying the mystery if you do not get the start. Yeah. So
we all kind of know
clear,
they're doing
right?
They've actually said though that they're starting 2 different guys for the first 2 games.
I know, but the one you want is against Czechia.
Yeah.
That's the one that matters. That's the one that sets the tone. So actually, they're not equal.
I do want to ask.
They're not equal.
That's actually interesting. Do you think then that all things equal, Bennington plays well against Czechia? He's their guy. They go to the quarters and they're playing Sweden or something. Do you think it's Bennington?
I think he's their guy regardless.
If he gets off to a good start, and has a really good.
What are we doing?
If he has a really if he has a really solid start, okay, then they go to Kyper in the second one.
No Logan Thompson?
Or I'm sorry, Logan. Yeah. One of them. I don't care at this point. But
you should.
Bennington.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It's Thompson.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Kyper. I just read his name.
Yeah.
Go to Thompson in the second one. And then you're right back into Bennington, proving that whatever he's gone through with St. Louis is NHL, and that's separate from you're a big gamer here, and you rise to the level that we need, and you're back. Those 2 out of 3 games will establish Bennington.
Now, for 2 years worth of data, Logan Thompson has been significantly better at tending the goal for his hockey club than the other guy.
But no data can show you that he's a big time gamer in a big time situation.
Yeah.
And the other guy
Is the data show
has the
overtime
data.
of the Four Nations last year?
That guy's got that data.
No, you know
your
what?
guy has nothing.
You know what my data has? The Game 7 against Winnipeg, where the Jets were down 3 goals in the third minutes with 4 to go, and Binnington blew it. There's another one, too. There's a couple moments where old Binnington hasn't been captain clutch.
Yeah.
Everyone loves to hang on to the moment or two.
And
go,
you're strictly, what have you done for me lately?
but I'm also not putting Marty Brodeur in net. What have you? It's not a small amount of information we have on who's the better goalie. I just think we should put our better goalie in.
I'm just so afraid of a jittery lefty goalie in a Team Canada net. Is that crazy? He's a lefty, and he moves around a lot, and he's just very, you've watched Logan Thompson play.
Yeah.
It's not aesthetically pleasing, and it doesn't give me calm. Maybe Bennington doesn't either, but still, I'm telling you. Just look at the way he plays.
Washington's kind of faltered here down the stretch here a little bit,
No,
he didn't show great the last few weeks, and Washington looks like they're probably going to miss the playoffs.
Do you want to do the last few weeks? Is that what we're gonna hang our hat on? Because we can talk about Bennington's last few weeks if you want to.
I just don't know if there's any point in talking about it.
No, I know, but I think there is. I get it.
I just think
I'm not oblivious to this.
Listen,
I just think it's ridiculous that we're all going.
It may play out to the point where the concerns are legit.
The concerns are very legit. We're starting the worst goalie in the NHL over a top guy. Anyway,
I mean, I think there's a conversation too that they maybe left the best Canadian goalie at home in Blackwood, who's been unbelievable this year. He's been up near the top of the leaderboard with a lot of different stuff, and he has a bit of pedigree. I think he maybe played for the World Juniors. I think I think we watched him in the Four Nations last year, and he did let in bad goal every game. There's definitely going to be some squeakers, but you just have to hope that you get to the big spots and he rises to the occasion like he has in the past. That's what you hope
these
for.
guys making the decision, they're not dummies. They're not.
No,
they're not dummies. They've seen hockey. They know hockey. There's a reason they feel this way. Mm-hmm. I even hear the arguments, but sometimes I think we make heroes out of certain moments and let it override.
And that has zero bearing on anything else, what you're saying?
We're just going to whitewash a bunch of moments where he hasn't been clutch because we remember a couple where he was. And there's a bunch. But anyway.
But what a goal. The last time John Cooper coached a game with Jordan Binnington in it, he was the main reason they won.
Yeah.
And these guys are loyal, and these guys, they said they love him. He has to say he loves them, but he's just been effusive in his praise of them. Doug Armstrong came on in the show and was like, I didn't even want to take him, but the other people insisted on taking him.
Yeah.
He's just going to be the guy, and you just got to hope he's not horrible.
Yeah.
Well, and to Sammy's point on loyalty, do you need a bigger example than going back to Seth Jarvis when I
can't believe
I was the first one to sit there and go, Hyman.
Yeah.
Zach Hyman went to another level. He's done it with Connor McDavid. And then they go back to the guy that they went back to in the Four Nations, to the guy that, between Bennett and Seth Jarvis, they went loyalty. Mm-hmm. They didn't go to who's the hottest, to your point, on the last few weeks or the last month.
Who did you
Seth
guys
Jarvis
think it should have been?
Really good, too.
I really like Jarvis.
Okay.
I had him very close to my lineup. Everything I wrote about them, I had him kind of the next guy in.
He's not the biggest guy. He's not a pure scorer. He's just a guy.
Well, he's a competitor and does, all those little two-way things they like. But Zach Hyman, he's an unbelievable player. Two-way, forecheck, PK.
Knows how to play with the best player in the world who happens to be on your team. He couldn't have done Celebrini, Hyman, McDavid.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have worked. And it's now 4-2 Sweden. There you go. Good for them. What an accomplishment.
I wonder if I wonder where
Marty.
Connor McDavid sat on that, if they even looked at him. and asked about Zach Hyman.
I did think that, like, maybe he was like, do we have to bring a grinder for me? Can I just play with,
like he didn't want him
he'd
there?
rather play with, I don't know. We don't
Like,
know.
what side are you looking at it from? Like he didn't want to have him there?
I mean, like we're talking about Connor McDavid here. We're not talking about anybody else.
Okay.
Okay. If I got to think if Connor really wanted Zach Hyman there, he maybe would have found a way to get him there.
That's crazy.
No, but I think there's a chance.
No, I'm not suggesting he's a decision maker. But
That's
Sammy, don't think for 1 second this stuff doesn't happen. But they go to these guys, and they're influential.
I do think that it's interesting how much everyone has gone with loyalty. Like, the Americans are getting killed. Like Bill Guerin's getting a hard time for their selections of guys like Trocheck and Miller, who really aren't having great years, when there's other options out there, guys who are.
Yeah.
And they're just going,
There's even like guys just south of the border that are questioning going back to Austin Matthews as the captain.
yeah, of course.
They're like, this guy did nothing and hasn't shown anything and he's having a terrible season. Why do you want him to lead this team?
I haven't seen that. Is that a thing?
It's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Sammy?
They didn't have that on ESPN Deportes when I was down there. So
Right?
they're
But-
too busy talking about baseball.
Well, first of all, it's right back to the loyalty thing. You made him the captain. You Four Nations was nothing more outside of what it turned into be, more political than anything that we could have imagined, was just the warm up to get to this event.
Yeah. I think also the Americans looked at how Four Nations went and were very happy with, they were right there, right? They felt a goal, a bounce, or whatever, and they did all the right things.
100% should have won.
Yeah.
I personally think they would have been nuts to name anyone else captain of this team than Austin Matthews.
Just making a statement based on.
You look like idiots.
Yeah.
You look like, what, you changed with the weather?
Yeah, it's a good point. Like, who are they going to give it to? JT Miller?
Oh, they could have given it to Kachuk.
Kachuk.
They
Yeah.
could have given it to
Which one, though?
McAvoy. They could have given it to
Yeah.
McAvoy.
Yeah. McAvoy was really good in that.
They had some options too, but like you can't go back to Austin and go, oh, you know what? We just figured there's better guys and
Their forward group up front is not, this is going to be, I just hope we get to see it. I really.
And it's going to be an incredibly high importance game first time we see it, if we do.
You know what it'll actually remind me of is Game 7 Jays, the World Series
Oh,
was
great.
actually no fun.
Yeah,
Like,
great.
It was legitimately, I know you guys were there, but like watching it with my wife and son, there was no joy. It just felt bad.
Let's not talk about those two things in the same sentence.
I'm just saying, like, the tension would be so high. It's like, would that be fun?
No.
yeah.
No. The thing is,
I love it.
Yeah.
Of course, yes.
but like, let me ask you a
But-
question. Do you feel like others feel?
Do you feel you should have left it there?
Do you feel?
Do you, like a humanoid?
Like, do you feel? Do you have emotions?
I do have
Like, if you were
emotions.
sitting down to watch Canada, USA,
Yes.
like, are you living and dying with the fact that?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So that's why you think it's fun. Like me and
It
my,
affects the next 4 years of your life.
it is the highest stakes possible.
Well, the World Series has altered the way he feels the rest of his life.
I talked
Totally.
to a guy.
I've never felt the same since. And I think about it 4 times a day still.
There's
So,
a guy at my son's school. He works there, and I see him when I pick up my daughter sometimes. His name's Kerrigan. He says he has stopped watching sports since, and listening to us, by the way, since the Blue Jays lost Game 7. He can't turn it on. He's like still so upset by it. Like it's an ex-girlfriend almost that like you
I
just can't even
totally
think
agree.
about.
I totally
cannot
agree.
believe that you love sports the way you do, but it will almost paralyze you to not watch it all and then wait for the results. You've told me you've done that.
Yeah. Like,
It is
I mean,
the most idiotic,
So dumb.
dumbest thing I could ever hear from somebody who loves sports.
multiple
yeah.
times in the World Series, I took Lou Dog for a no phone walk during the 9th inning
Yep.
where I just could
Supremely
not,
dumb.
I can't handle it. My heart gets racing. I just can't watch it. So that's what it'll be like during the final, except I'll have to watch it and break down every moment of it. People just have too much access to me. That's the problem. Like Americans are already
Were you like
talking
this
junk.
in Vancouver when they went into
Oh
overtime
my
on Sid's
God,
goal?
yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
You were.
But then,
Horrible.
But then you were much more online anonymous.
No. was. Then, of course, I didn't have
You were
anything.
the exact same way.
Exact same way. So I really, really hope that we do get it. But to your point, it would be nice to have a little warm up where it's not just the highest stakes game immediately.
Yeah, you would enjoy a round robin USA Canada game.
Definitely.
Way more than a final.
Way more.
Actually, the semifinal is probably worse. Probably higher stakes. You know, like you have the chance to just not even win a medal, essentially.
Yeah, if USA is going to win the gold medal, I just hope we lose in the semis.
Yeah.
That's how I hope it goes.
The last game would end 6-2. We're getting there.
Before we go to break, Kyper, do you care? Me and Bourne talked about this.
Uniforms?
No, the uniforms. Canada's uniforms stink. But do you care about where they're staying?
We're going to have a discussion on that. Sure.
Why don't we have it right now?
I don't know. Don't we need a commercial break?
We got nothing, buddy. We got no clips.
We have not even. Our show's so broke we can't even sell a commercial.
We got to go to a commercial for sure, but I still got to do game
when?
time whenever. You want to go? You want me to do game time?
Yeah, go to game time.
All right. It's game time presented by Bet365. Visit the app for latest odds and see why it's ever ordinary at Bet365. Must be 19 plus. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. Lots of great Olympic hockey stuff on there. I pulled up some of the future stuff, which I found interesting. The favorite for Team Canada leading scorer, I mean, it's pretty easy who you'd get. It's Connor McDavid.
Yeah.
But I do look down the list a little bit and find a bit of value. Nathan McKinnon is 3-1 in that list, and he's a guy that could obviously light it up. Cale Makar is 9-1, the next closest, which I found fascinating. Macklin Celebrini, the next one at 10-1. Then it goes to Reinhart. Then it goes to Marchand.
Where's 87?
I can quickly pull it up here for you, but
Didn't
I think
he
he's down
tie
the
for
list.
the lead or lead the Four Nations?
He did get high
Do you
by the
remember
end.
who was the MVP of the 2014 Olympics? Trivia question.
Carey Price.
Incorrect.
Well, it was Slavkovsky.
It was
No, Slavkovsky
2014.
was, Slavkovsky
2014.
was 8 years old.
No,
at that
no,
point.
214.
Yeah.
No, I thought you meant the last
Oh,
one.
yeah.
No. 2014, the MVP was Teemu Solani at 43 years old.
Teemu.
He was 43, and he was the tournament MVP. Some of these old savvy cats is what I'm getting at with Sid there. Not the worst pick.
Where is
Track me.
Sidney Crosby's 10-1.
10-1. Okay.
And it's changed a little bit since I put. Oh, that's goal scoring. My bad. Point score. As I quickly look it up here. Yeah, I mean it's Sid is 10-1. So ahead of
no
Brad Murray.
goalies to be found?
No goalies for top scorer. No, I wouldn't.
No, for MVP.
Oh, that'd be an interesting one.
That wasn't for MVP. But
Winner the winner.
MVP.
um,
Okay, we'll do MVP
By the way,
tomorrow.
I just want to say, I hope Binnington wins everything.
you do?
I do.
Well, yeah, that means we win gold.
Absolutely everything.
And just for tomorrow, I'm
But
looking
if
at
he doesn't, I'm going to remind everybody how wrong they were.
correct.
So you're
Yeah.
covered, right?
You didn't say
You're
I'm
covered.
I'm covered. But let me just put the stake in the ground. We should be starting Logan Thompson. You should be starting Logan Thompson in every game until he proves he's not the guy.
And for tomorrow, I'm just looking at this line for tomorrow. It's crazy how big a favorite Canada is in the game tomorrow. Just be cautious compared to what we've watched today. Minus 667 is 667 is Canada. Plus 475 for Czechia in that game. So bet
Yeah.
$10 to win $47.
Don't bet on Canada. That's
No,
not a
that's
good
I mean
number.
that's a decent
The other
number
side,
for
though.
it's a decent number for anyway. Anyways, that was game time presented by Bet365. Visit the app for latest odds and see why it's ever ordinary at Bet365. Must be 19 plus. Ontario only. Please play responsibly.
Alrighty.
All right, let's take a quick break here in our crammed, jammed, packed hour of the
Just
Real
us,
Kyper
no
Bourne
clips,
Show.
just us.
Just us. Just us. Plenty to get into still, including Matthew Tkachuk's little shot at Braden Point. That tells you everything you need to know about the Florida-Tampa rivalry.
Best rivalry in sports right now.
Devils with an awkwardly
Oh,
What are they doing?
awkward
you
picture,
idiots. You guys want to talk about the Gordie Howe Bridge too?
right? Gordie Howe Bridge. Plenty more when we return to Real
Gordy!
Kyper and Bourne. A reminder, this hour of Real Kyper and Bourne brought to you by Bet365. Nick Kypreos, Justin Bourne, Sammy McKee.
Just want to, before we go on, Kip, just give our love to everyone dealing with the, after effects of the tragedy in Tumbler Ridge, British Columbia today.
Here.
Second time in a couple weeks here we've had to deliver a message like that, and it's pretty sickening.
What is going on?
Yeah,
Terrible.
It's
Terrible.
tough.
Thoughts
and,
and prayers.
yeah, lots of love from us.
Definitely.
Okay, how big of a deal is whether or not players stay in the village or outside the village?
I actually said to McKee when we got here today, I was like, the only thing I don't want to talk about is the stupidest subject in the world. This is the dumbest thing. I can't even believe we're doing this.
Oh, you have a thought?
Yeah. I mean, I have no envision of going back to high school ever, and or doing like a sleepover camp.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the players feel the same way.
Yeah, they want to stay in a hotel. And if they didn't, they could sleep in a bus stop. They could sleep at the Ritz. I don't care. Win the hockey.
But
But
it's just, you don't have to, as Nate McKinnon pointed out, you don't have to soak it all in.
I love that.
he did,
Okay.
though. They went to, I saw the video of them at the speed skating thing.
Yeah,
Sid
but-
organized it, and they look like they blast.
It's not what he said.
Yeah, but then they get to go back to their hotel room and sit in their beautiful hotel.
So Nate, like, don't you have to take it all in? He was asked, and he's like, no.
No, he actually,
No.
There's a quote, I want to enjoy myself, but I'm not here to enjoy myself. I'm going to do everything I can to play well. Hopefully it's enough, and hopefully I can contribute.
Why do people care?
Like, I don't need to see the luge
Well, why do people care?
to win the gold medal.
Because
I think the perception is
that
because the
they're-
Americans are staying there and they're saying we want to get the whole thing, and then it's making
well,
Canada
they're-
look like the
they're snobs.
highfalutin guys.
They're snobs. They're rich,
Yeah.
spoiled, rotten snobs.
Well, they
They're
kind of.
worried about the hockey.
The comparison that I kind of bounced around in my brain is that it's much like what college football is now in the States, where it's basically professional sports.
Mhm.
These guys are representatives of, I don't know, Clemson University, but they don't like really go to class, or they're not really like, they're above it. And sorry, like, they are paid tens of millions of dollars to play hockey. They can stay in a beautiful hotel, and it's like, I'm not going to feel any differently about it. I can't imagine anyone would.
No.
I can't imagine anyone would.
You don't get extra points for sleeping with a roommate or in a different size bed. There's no points for that. You got to win the game. Maybe they'll lose the games.
the
It's not going to be
food,
because
too.
it's where they
Like,
sleep.
you don't control your diet as well. You don't.
No, but
It's
this
a
is it.
it's a big deal.
It's nutrition, and they eat what they're used to getting, and
Hey,
they're just
Sammy.
trying to do the
No
best they
lamb
can.
chops.
Sammy, your car will never know this, but there's something out there called super unleaded. You know?
You gotta get
But
that
their old
premium.
RAV4 doesn't need that, or no?
Yeah.
Man. Just,
All right,
people
turn the
find
page on that.
People will find anything to be upset about. But
They truly will.
I think there is some benefits to staying at the Olympic Village. If you're
What's that? Free condoms? What?
yeah. I mean, if you're a young, single professional hockey player,
So they still
Sammy,
have their play.
Get your mind on the game and out of the gutter.
well,
Okay?
like you want to get the full experience.
Win the game, go back after,
Okay.
and stay there
Okay,
after.
That's
fair
right.
Enough,
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm just saying. There's
think-
parts of it that would be enjoyable, I bet. I'm
Hypothetically
sure Slavkovsky's not
Oh
having a
my
horrible
God.
time in the Olympic Village today. What's next?
Matthew Tkachuk giving a nice shot to Braden Point when his Panther teammate Sam Bennett was named to Team Canada.
Definitely an upgrade.
Called it an upgrade.
It's great, right? He should say that. He's got his own
How-
guys back. He's got his country. It doesn't affect his country.
Were you blown away by like the hatred on the last game before they broke for the Olympics?
I'm gonna mess
between
this
those
up
two teams.
somehow, like vaguely, but they've played 7 times in the regular season and preseason combined, and there's been over 800 penalty minutes.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, I was shocked. Brendan Hagel tried to punch Matthew Tkachuk's head off his body the game before the Olympics. Like, that man was throwing from as far back as he could reach, And now he's going to play beside McKinnon, and they're going to go toe to toe again at some point here. It's
Hagel
thrilling.
said post game to ESPN, Wyszynski, Greg
Wyszynski. Yeah.
Wyszynski, he said,
Wyszynski, yeah.
"This is so good for the game."
It is.
They know it.
If you look back at the day, the rivalries were insane. It needs to get back into that. I've played and I've covered in certain eras where like people were screaming to get this stuff out of the game and how it's no good. It will sink the league.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are in 2026 and a star player is going, more.
Every bit of it.
More.
Tampa Bay has won, we're going back 5 years. Tampa Bay 2 cups, Florida 2 cups. These two teams are still fantastic. Florida may miss playoffs. Tampa's back to first, but Florida's going to be back next year again if they're not in it this year.
I can't tell you. You sent that video of Hagel, and I was 4 to 5 margaritas deep.
It's just let's
I
go.
was ready. I could not have been more ready to run through a brick wall. That guy set the tone. That's what it is. It's that guy hates American hockey players. Hagel is as Canadian as it gets. I can't stand Hagel on the Lightning. He's a guy the sight of him makes me sick. Puts on the red, I'm ready to run through a brick wall.
It's awesome.
He's the man.
Yeah.
The thing is now, though, is that we have now obviously 32 teams in the league, but there's not even close to another rivalry that can touch this.
No.
And it doesn't even look the same. It's almost as if you've got Tampa and Florida, and then you got 32 other teams that play a different league, a different style. They won't go there.
Vegas,
Give me
Edmonton, or Colorado, Dallas.
Not even close.
Not even close
to that.
No.
Can you imagine if we had another dozen teams that played like that, what it would be like?
I'm telling you, this whole competitiveness, feistiness thing is the new hot commodity with young players. Can you find it? Can you breed it?
No, you can't.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough players that you can find
But what a
that
shortcut
play like that.
for these guys in the working their way up. Guys they're dying to find it. If you can show it, that's something that's a will over skill thing.
Let me ask you something. I've watched you play hockey. You're a talented guy. Did it never dawn on you when you were in the East Coast or in Alaska that if I did something like that, I could make a living in the NHL?
I didn't think that getting my nose broken every other night was going to help me. Yes, I recognize that was a thing.
And you still chose not to go down that path.
I physically was not a good fighter. I fought. It wasn't going to help me get my ass kicked every night.
You learn. You do get your ass kicked.
And you
learn.
A trial by fire scenario.
Yes, you learn. So the question is,
you learn quick not to suck.
If there is a talented guy out there like you that watches Florida and Tampa Bay and listens to Hagel, all you have to do is just flick the switch, buddy.
I would have loved for someone to tell me that. I really would have loved to have one coach be like, hey, here's the thing. If we can layer this onto your game, one time that'd have been nice.
But I went from a top CHL scorer in history to kind of doing that.
Yeah.
And nobody told me.
You just figured it out.
No, I went down the path. And how I really figured it out is once I went down there a few times, in that abyss of toughness, you get some accolades. You get a coach and general manager patting you on the back going, I don't know where that came from, but we sure could use some more.
Yeah.
And that was the same thing as a coach telling you.
Yeah. Well, this is us telling whoever's listening. They love it.
But it's 1.2, 1.4.
Yeah. Go get your check.
Annual salary just doing
Pontus
that.
Holmberg money.
We had the Pontus chat in the group thing going on today.
How come I was the only one that saw Pontus?
Pontus was
as a good.
Well,
Dom
Julian,
Lucian had him as one of the best defensive players in the NHL this year.
well, the least forwards are super defensively minded, so they're fine without him.
Pontus making 155 on playing ahead of Philip Forsberg for Sweden.
What'd you make of the Devils hacking Quinn Hughes?
So if you didn't see it, the Devils tweeted a picture out.
Who's in the picture?
It's the Kachuk brothers and it's Jack Hughes with Quinn Hughes, but Quinn's been edited out of the photo. So it's
but not his leg.
No, that's how people knew he was there. Like they left the
So
leg.
there's 3 people in the picture?
3 people in the picture, 4 in the real picture.
7 legs.
7 legs.
And they did it as a joke?
No, I think it was like, or was it as a joke?
I don't think it was a joke.
Were they trying to like garner clicks off of it?
Well, they did.
Oh, no, they did for sure.
Yeah.
But was it on purpose?
Just like, shout out to Sid Six Arrows back doing.
Yeah, he's hot.
But he was talking about how, like Quinn will be a free agent at some point if they don't sign him. It's not out of the question he could eventually be a Devil. Do you really want to take shots at him, play with him? I don't know. It doesn't seem helpful. Doesn't seem helpful to anyone.
I think there's a really good chance that like some of the people in charge may not be in charge of when Quinn becomes eligible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if
So
Quinn will
that-
sign like
that-
a couple-year deal. with
That
Minnesota.
could change everything
Yeah.
if there's some new people involved.
Yeah.
All right.
Not that we're suggesting, people should lose their jobs or anything, but it's out there.
It is out there.
From one of the texts, just to mention, talking about Quinn Hughes. This is from Reg. I don't know where, but Reg. Forget about the American.
Reg, what did you say to him?
Forget about the American forward group. Quinn Hughes will dominate this tournament. Watch out. That's the thing about the Four Nations. That was like they was really close to them beating Canada. No Quinn Hughes.
Hey,
Quinn Hughes is
I think they pound the crap out of him.
One of the things I'm curious to see. So
send Tom Wilson in on the forecheck.
Well, the rink is shorter. The rink, and that's all taken out of the neutral zone. So the neutral zone's really tight. I have one of these passages from the upcoming Sutter book where he talks about playing an old Chicago stadium, which was shorter, was that you can't send guys straight ahead because there's not enough room to build speed on the forechecks. You send them laterally underneath, right? Your weak side winger come across the ice. Can you see Tom Wilson coming weak side across the ice, getting speed up through a short neutral zone, going in on the forecheck? That's going to be tough to handle.
Yeah.
That's a big machine to try to get a stick on and try to hold up.
And think about the lanes opening up for Celebrini and McDavid and those two guys.
Like in theory, they're looking pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're great. Quinn Hughes is the best in the world at going back on
We're going to
pucks,
see
probably,
someone
but-
get their head knocked off,
Yeah.
right? And
Oh.
then it'll be interesting to see headshots, suspensions. So you got to think with limited room out there. And to your point, some of these guys coming in like locomotives.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna get it.
But they were talking about it being kind of a hybrid.
But the rule books are
rulebook.
closer now.
Well, but it was Eric Furlat reffing the Slovakia-Finland game. I'm like, well, he's an NHL ref. I mean, Ristolainen hammered that Pospisil from Calgary, got him all head. They didn't even call a penalty on it. Like in years past, they would have
It
kicked
used
him
to
off the tour.
really-
Like he would never play another game in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like I just,
It's not going to be as ticky-tack as it's been.
which is really good for Tom Wilson
Yeah.
because
And Sam Bennett and anyone else, basically.
Andre Kasha, if you're listening, brother,
Oh, get out of the way.
just keep that head up. It's his first game. He's been playing in the Czech league. He's probably been dominating over there. Just keep that head up, please.
I can't watch Kasha get one.
Please. I don't know if he's physically able to keep his head up, but please keep your head up.
I don't want to see that.
Oh, man.
Not one bit.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going to be up after the game, right?
Yeah, we're on
Sammy,
4 to 6.
You are your first assignment for
Yep.
our show tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
That runs 4 to 6 p.m.
Mhm.
Is the 6:30 game between France and Switzerland. We want a complete in-depth report.
At 6:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Catch you there. I'll see you there.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have Luke Fox who's gonna join us from there. So we're gonna get him on a fancy camera, I think, and he's gonna be joining us from the rink. So get the feel. All this talk about the rink looks unbelievable.
Looks awesome.
Like it looks 10 out of 10 great. I'm just so
What were you
just-
worried about?
I feel so stupid.
Hey, he just needed to vent on something because he was still thinking of the Jays. So he took it out on the rink.
You're right.
Poor.
You're right.
Those guys are like, well, why were you ever worried?
That's right. That's right. All right. Our thanks to our one text sender, Reg.
Yeah, Reg.
Thanks, Reg. We are back tomorrow, 2 hours. Plenty of post off of Canada's first game of these Olympics. What are you watching tonight?
What's on? Are there any sports? I guess downhill luge.
No,
Downhill luge?
Rappies play the Pistons tonight. I'll probably watch that.
All right.
Watch a little bit of the Olympic stuff. the replay.
Enjoy your night, everybody. We're back.